Solve 2x plus 5 equals x squared. We have a quadratic equation, so let's get 0 on one side to start with. We have 0 equals x squared, subtracting 2x from both sides, and subtracting 5 from both sides. We have x squared minus 2x minus 5. This does not factor, so we will use the quadratic formula to solve for x. We have a equals 1. That's the coefficient of the x squared term. B is negative 2. That's the coefficient of the x term. And c is negative 5. When we substitute into the quadratic formula, we can either write the formula out or say it carefully. The opposite of b, that's the opposite of negative 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, that would be negative 2 squared, minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Simplifying, the opposite of negative 2 is 2, plus or minus the square root of, this would be 4 plus minus a negative 20, or 4 plus 20, which is 24, all over 2. The square root of 24 we can simplify. We can write that as 2 times the square root of 6, and that's all over 2. And now to simplify this, let's write this as 2 over 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 6 over 2. And then we can see that we have here 1 plus or minus the square root of 6. Now remember that this represents two solutions, 1 plus the square root of 6 and 1 minus the square root of 6. So we can state that the solutions are 1 plus or minus the square root of 6.